lunch. So this is what lunch looks like. Today's lunch looks like. That's okay. Let me pick one by one. That is dosa. I made two dosas. So it's not sweet. It's not sweet. It's a salty food. Dosas. I used two dosas. What is dosa? Dosa is a combination of a type of lentil called as Urad Dal, and Urad Dal is available in Indian grocery stores. This is made of rice and a type of lentil called as Urad Dal. Is this fiber or non-fiber? Well, partly fiber and partly non-fiber. And the batter is poured onto a pan to make it look like a pancake. I'll use the word pancake because these are like bigger version, like bigger size of a pancake. I don't know what else could I use as a substitute for the word dosa, so I'll stick to that. So as this is as a part of a non-fiber food, I am including dosa because this is partly fiber, partly non-fiber, and I used one ladle to make this and a second ladle to make this. So imagine like using two ladles of a combination of rice and lentil. How much fiber would you intake in a day? And especially, I'm not preparing myself for colonoscopy or sigmoidoscopy, where absolutely you are restricted to fiber, no lentils. So, if you are preparing yourself for colonoscopy, this is not recommended. But yes, after ileostomy, after the surgery, I was recommended like the first 10 days or so, you have to stick to non-fiber and slowly introduce fiber food or less low fiber residue slowly. So, I mean, this is post ileostomy recovery stage where I have passed the first 4 weeks into the fifth week with the ostomy bag having rectum cancer. This is still fine because I have tried eating just this as breakfast and my ostomy bag outputs looks very good. I didn't face any problem of clogging. Stoma did not clog. So perfect. So this is part of my lunch meal. It's a curry. So if you are preparing yourself for colonoscopy or sigmoidoscopy, please do not eat this. 3 days before your colonoscopy, you are like suggested to eat only non-fiber. So this is fiber. It has fiber. But being on ileostomy and with your ostomy bag, can you eat this post 4 weeks of your ileostomy surgery in your fifth week? Absolutely yes. Please minimize the quantity and always hydrate yourself before meal, after meal, the whole day, so there is no clogging in our stoma. So that's the main thing. No clog. Stoma should not be, no poop should be stuck in your stoma. Your ostomy output should be free, nicely happening, no obstacles. I am using a what should I say? A good word. Very less proportion of the curry, but this is fiber. As a part of my non-fiber food, I only see that this won't be any problem for the ostomy bag for my stoma, so I'm using this. But if you don't want to, you can skip this portion. So that's the lunch. And then I am including this. This is called as Rasam South Indian food. Okay. Excuse me, I'm eating something. Now, why this? Is this non-fiber? No, it's not, because this is made of tamarind pulp, maybe tomato, which is not de-seeded. But just see, to me, it reminds me of broth. And it has some spices. So is it non-fiber? No, it's not non-fiber, but at the same time, I mean, it looks like a close to broth and soup where there's no food actually. You're not biting or chewing any food. It's water. So I don't know if 100% I should say it's fiber or non-fiber, but it's like a hydrating drink. If I don't know, while preparing yourself for colonoscopy and sigmoidoscopy, I did not do this experiment. But with the ostomy bag, definitely go ahead. We can drink this. I mean, I started drinking this, and I mean, my ostomy bag output was perfect. Was all fine. I didn't have any clog in the stomach. So I'm including this in my lunch meal because I see this as hydrating drink. Comes soup with no food in it, which you have to chew, and comes broth, something from the broth family. So this is rasam. It's a South Indian food, which people usually include in their meal. So I have dosa, I have curry, I have rasam soup, and the last ingredient item to eat would be curd rice. So this is 100% cooked boiled white rice and curd. So Indian people, they make yogurt and curd are like taste same, whereas the preparation, yogurt is more like industrial product is what I read somewhere, whereas curd is like more like you make it at home with milk. Whatever. So rice and curd is a good combination. It's 100% accepted as a non-fiber food. So I'm complementing my lunch meal with curd and white rice. White rice is 100% thoroughly cooked. And you know what? This is so bland to eat. If you don't to eat as it is, because it doesn't have salt, no spices, no seasoning, nothing. So you're just adding plain white cooked white rice with curd. Don't worry about curd. I mean, how do I make curd? I don't know how to make curd. I haven't heard of the word curd ever. So you just add the original plain Greek yogurt in this. So that's the similar thing as curd or yogurt. Let's not get into the industrial or the prep work or whatever. So this is 100% non-fiber food, highly accepted. I had it while I was prepping myself for colonoscopy, sigmoidoscopy, even like for the before the ileostomy surgery, when you have to do the bowel prep 3 days before or 4 days before. I had this without any regret because this is non-fiber food. But I don't like to have it bland, too bland. I mean, it makes me like throw up because there's nothing in it literally to enjoy. So I always complement curd rice or say Greek yogurt rice with potato chips. Potato is 100% non-fiber food. I mean, it will top the list of, if you just search non-fiber food, potato is like one super ingredient. But am I eating potato here? It's potato chip, which is like totally roasted, deep fried, air fried. I don't know what technique they used, but it has some seasoning, which is like salt. So I enjoy, and it's like you're not eating a bag full of it. I mean, I added this much, but you may always divide your food into 4 different timings. Like maybe you can just take few out and that's what you eat, and so it depends on your appetite. So I would add some of these chips with the yogurt rice or curd rice. Excuse me. And that's an excellent way of like feeding yourself when the requirement is of having non-fiber food. Okay, so I mean, see how many things you can actually experiment with and complement yourself, just not end up being hungry and starving, and it's like the first notion that you have in your mind is like, I don't know what to eat in non-fiber food, because there are not much ingredients, much things, much food items that you can have while you're on non-fiber food, especially when you're a vegan or a vegetarian. I'm a vegan and a vegetarian, so the struggle is like 100 times more for people like us. So lunch, dosa, curry, curd rice with some chips, rasam. Now comes the beautiful part, which is dessert. So here, this, you know what, this should be like, you should never ever regret eating a tapiaco pudding. Most of the stores will have in their dessert aisles, just check for the tapiaco pudding or the rice pudding, because after having a meal, if you are the one who is craving for a dessert person, a sweet toothed person, tapiaco, excuse me, I'm eating again. So tapiaco pudding is something that you can enjoy or as a non-fiber food on a non-fiber day meal while prepping for your colonoscopy, sigmoidoscopy, or while bowel prepping yourself, you 4 days before, I guess, for the ileostomy surgery. But here, do you see those little brownish pieces here? It's all cooked, so it's all mushy now. These brownish pieces, these brownish pieces are nothing but vermicelli. So you can skip. I added tapiaco and vermicelli both with milk, and you just cook it. You'll have millions of recipes, thousands of recipes when it comes to how to cook a tapiaco pudding, or how to cook a combination of vermicelli and tapiaco pudding. Or you are not the one who are interested as of now to cook, go buy, enjoy the store-bought tapiaco pudding or the rice pudding, because please prioritize yourself right now, that you have only limited things to eat and survive and get through this illness, and get through this serious illness. Okay, so don't be too hard on yourself. When you have choices, especially you have a choice of eating tapiaco pudding one day, and the alternative day, the second day, you go with the rice pudding. So enjoy. So I cooked, my friend cooked it for me. Actually, my relative cooked it for me, and I'm saving it in the refrigerator. So I eat, I enjoy, and whenever I remember again, it's like, mind is so, this time your mind is thinking so much about, oh, I have to put the blood thinner, it's time to inject the blood thinner on, oh, it's time to have your antacid medication, oh, it's time to have your vitamins, your B12, your D3, your this, your that you are like so forgetful, and you're so busy remembering all these things, and eating all these things, and all this, the new routine that you have to get adjusted to. So enjoy the tapiaco pudding or rice pudding, which is like, if I added the vermicelli in it, you don't have to bother about like these vermicellis. Vermicellis are like made of whole wheat flour, and whole wheat flour is a fiber food. But with ostomy bag, when you are past 4 weeks of recovery, 4 weeks of ileostomy surgery, and you're in the 5th week, and you're just dealing with the ostomy bag and stoma, you have to take care of, just like, your stoma should not clog at any time. You have to worry about that. So a little bit of adding the vermicelli to the tapiaco doesn't make any difference. But here, this looks, actually the consistency is really thick and hard. What you can do is add some boiled water to make it like semi-solid, or add some boiled milk to make it semi-solid. But if you're lactose intolerance, then milk and the yogurt rice, the curd rice that I told you about, I don't know the severity of the lactose intolerance with the curd and milk, that every individual is different, will have. So you have to look for a substitute of non-milk products which you can use. So that's the only what the only trick that you have to remember while eating the food, whether you still have any intolerances, whether you're vegan, whether you're a non-vegetarian person, or whether you're a vegetarian person, whether your food has fiber in it, whether your food doesn't have fiber in it, because it does, the kind of illness and the kind of treatment and cure that you're going through demands all these questions to be remembered every day in and day out, for your stoma not to be clogged, for your ostomy to have a free flowing output. Now, with the ileostomy surgery, how many times will you go to the store and keep buying things and discovering new ideas? Imagine that you don't have a tapiaco in your house, you are not ready, who will go and just go out to buy a pudding? Don't worry about it. I'll move. Don't think about the eating the tapiaco. Here, always keep some fruit in your house, which is good at this time. It helps. It helps with your ostomy bag. Here, an apple. Okay, peel the apple, take all the seeds out, and apple sauce, just microwave it, chop it into pieces, your apple, and microwave it with adding some water. That will be an apple sauce for you. Churn it, or just blend that pulpy, mushy, after you microwaved it up, your apple, blend it and enjoy your apple sauce. Okay, so no regrets that you don't have a rice pudding in your house, you don't have a tapiaco pudding in your house, you still had apple sauce. So we have to like experiment, mix and match with the food, because we do not have much options as of now. All we have to worry about here is our ostomy bag, as of until it's like, I feel really, it is very sad when it comes to like a permanent ostomy bag versus temporary ostomy bag, and the sustenance and the journey that we have to go through every minute of our life. Actually, it's not like after 24 hours, day by day. We don't know what are the hiding risks and seriousness that I have to, or you have to face with the ostomy bag every day. So let's take it step by step. And yeah, this was the lunch video that I wanted to film. And go ahead and experiment, mix and match with the things that you have in your house and not have in your house. Open your fridge, open your cabinets, check what you have, check what you can make. All we are doing here is with food, either it's cooking, boiling, or blending, nothing raw. Okay, and also remember, water, hydrate. Okay.